do or have whatever it is they want later. But that later never really comes. Parent Health says that some parents may inadvertently promote lying by asking their children to lie about their age or to tell a caller that mom or dad isn't home. Indeed, there are many reasons why we lie, and some of those reasons are valid, humane, and the polite thing to do. But not all lies have such worthy reasons for being told, and it's time to change our lying habits. Setting an example in telling the truth, as well as providing an environment in which it is easy to be truthful, may be two of the strongest lie prevention strategies. Some parenting tips from positive discipline include 1. Help your child understand that mistakes are opportunities to learn, so that they won't try to cover up their faults in the future. 2. Set an example in telling the truth. Don't lecture your child about lying. 3. Let your child know that they are always loved, no matter what, so that they won't feel as if they will disappoint their parents in the future. And 4. Show appreciation for your child when he or she does tell the truth. It may be helpful to know that many children begin lying in order to avoid judgment or criticism from their peers. It is important to focus a relationship on building closeness and trust instead of on the behavior problem. This is usually the quickest way to diminish the behavior that you find objectionable. And it's not too late for us either. As teens and adults, we need to analyze our actions and our words. Are we being honest or deceitful? What habits do we need to change so that we are modeling the honesty we want our children to show? Albert Einstein once said, "Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important affairs." Ultimately, we need to be able to trust one another, whether it be in our families, at the workplace, or in our governments. And it all begins with honesty.
The bear. Once upon a time there was a bear.
That's me.
The end.
Huh? What's going on here?
The other bear. Once upon a time there was another bear.
No, it's still me.
The end.
This is no fun.
The three bears. Once upon a time there were three bears, a cottage, some porridge, a girl named Goldilocks, a police chase, a trial, and 6 weeks community service. The end.
Serves her right.
Once upon a time there were 4 and 20 black bears. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 black bears baked in a pie. The end.
This is ridiculous.
The sausage. Once upon a time there was a...
No, that's it. That does it. I'm gonna write the next one.
The Bravest Ever Bear by Alan Albert and Paul Howard.
Once upon a time, there was a perfect bear, and he did lots of really brave things. He rescued Red Riding Hood and her grandma from the wolf and tied him up with a jump rope until the police came. And he solved the traffic problem on Wickety Wackety Bridge. There was a troll under the bridge. This troll was very big and very hungry. He kept stopping motorists coming back from the supermarket and threatened to eat them unless they gave him all their shopping. So people phoned the bear and asked him to help. Well, what the bear did was, he punched the troll in the nose. And just to be sure, he built another bridge. Then one day, the bear did his best and bravest deed of all. What should I do? Slew the dragon. Oh, the dragon's picture was in all the newspapers. He was eating everything, left, right, and center, and setting fire to things. So the king went on TV and offered a whole pile of prizes to anyone who could rid his kingdom of this dreadful dragon. The prizes included a refrigerator, a 3-piece living room set, a Toyota 4-wheel drive, and the hand to his daughter in marriage. After that, lots of young men, youngest sons, older brothers, visiting princes, and so on, tried to slay the dragon and rescue the princess, whom the dragon had previously captured. They came with swords and guns, horses and bicycles, cars and excavators, and forklift trucks. but all to no avail. The bear, though, he had a better idea. He came with a fire engine. Anyway, in no time at all, the bravest ever bear had put that dragon's fire well and truly out, whammed him with the fire engine, and tied him up with the hose. He didn't exactly slay him, though. After that, the bear rescued the princess, collected his prizes, got married, and lived happily ever after. No, he didn't. No? No, and it's not the end either. It's not even the beginning. It's the wrong story. And you can say that again. We've hardly started. Now, let's see here. The wolf. Once upon a time, there was a happy wolf. All day long, he just sat around eating little pigs. 3 at a time. Little girls, baskets of shopping, grandmas, and so on. His best pal was a troll. He ate baskets of shopping, too. And shoppers. Often the wolf and the troll got little snacks under their cozy bridge, or they would go on a picnic. One day, the wolf and the troll were out with their picnic basket, when whom should they meet but their old pal, the dragon. Oh, the dragon was in a dreadful state. He'd just been run over, believe it or not, by a bear in a fire engine. This bear was well known to the wolf and the troll.
What was he?
Oh, yeah. They had trouble with him themselves. So then, what these 3 loyal companions, musketeers you might call them, what they did was, they right away went down into the town and got their revenge. In the town there was a king and a queen, a bride and a groom, a wedding. Oh no, not this again. And a banquet. And also, a wolf, a troll, and a dragon, who just came strolling in and ate the lot. In the end. Oh, no, wait, you forgot one thing. The wedding cake. Oh, yes, the cake. Well, then, surprise, surprise, out of the cake jumped 4 and 20 black bears. Black belt bears, actually. And next to no time, they wrestled the wolf, the troll, and the dragon into submission and tied them up. So then, of course, the banquet could continue. The trouble was, there was no banquet. Not a crumb, not a drop, not a sausage. There again. Speaking of sausages, the sausage. Once upon a time there was a sausage. There was. There really, really was a sausage. As it happened, the sausage was the chef. He had cooked the first banquet and the first cake as well. So all he had to do was cook another. After that, everybody ate their fill, and the happy, bravest ever bear was bulging. The end.
Put me to bed and don't bend me.
The bed. Once upon a time there was a bed.
Good.
With a bear in it.
Better still.
The end.
Beauty is only skin deep. We've heard this all of our lives, and Miss Spider's friends will soon realize the truth in this too. Miss Spider's Wedding by David Cook. Good morning, Miss. A lovely day. Miss Spider spun around to see our king riding knees 3 inches from the ground. My good friend Holly, I went on. He's someone you should know, but he's too timid to come down or even say hello. They heard a snap and then a crash, and gasped as Holly tumbled. He flopped down at Miss Spider's feet, embarrassed, stunned, and rumbled. Miss Spider knelt to help him up. He blushed, too shy to speak. She bid demurely, "Won't you come to tea one day this week?" The color drained from Holly's face. He looked as though he'd swoon. His acorn hat slipped from his head. He gulped. "This afternoon?" And when she heard his little voice, it seemed to her somehow that she had known him always, though they never met till now. "Please pay attention when I speak. Stop daydreaming," barked May. Miss Spider's thoughts were still upon the man she'd met that day. May nagged. "You should get on with life. I thought by now you'd be a wife." "But Miss Spider tried to say. "You mustn't interrupt," sniffed May. She whispered, "I apologize, but May, I just now realized A gentleman who asked to call is waiting for me in the hall. Miss Spider scurried toward the den. She took his hand and led him in. May cried, "How can I stop her folly? She's desperate if she's dating Holly." Back home, May sniffed at Ike her maid. "Miss Spider's come undone. That Montop Holly is her date. Go fetch a better one." Ike said, "But I think Holly is particularly nice. It's not just me who thinks so. You can go and ask the wife." "They say he's helpful, kind and wise, and always so polite. Perhaps he's just the one to be Miss Spider's Mr. Right." May gasped. "You've lost your senses to that panty waist will never do. What difference if he's kind and wise? He isn't half Miss Spider's size." Now there's a really handsome hunk of spider specimen. A bevy of admirers wait to fawn all over him. May called, "Oh, Spider, sir! Yoo-hoo! I got the perfect girl for you." She whispered, "Now we'll put things right." "I hope," squeaked Ike, "he doesn't bite." "Please tell me of this lovely miss," the spider's strong man cooed. "Is she a beauty? Is she rich, and is she in the mood? Why don't you beetles, darling, wait right here till I come back? I'll make for you a tasty little snack. You'll find it cozy on my web. The view is fine from here, so rest your tired abdomen until I reappear." Miss Spider later welcomed in this strange arachnid gentleman. His air was fine, his manner grand. He bowed and kissed her dainty hand. "I've journeyed here, dear lady, from the land of fallen leaves. Please let me introduce myself. I'm called Spiderius Reed." He peered around the drawing room at all the finery. He coveted the furnishings, the carpets and settees. All this, he thought, will soon be mine if she and I were wed. He mused, her house will suit me well. But here's what he said. "My darling, I can plainly see that you are everything to me. I long to know the soul within your lovely exoskeleton. My angel, let us not delay," the sly Spiderius pled. "Tomorrow is a perfect day for you and I to wed." "Kind sir, you move too fast for me," Miss Spider cried protestantly. "My love already has been spun, and promised to another one." "You cannot mean," Spiderius howled, "that you're rejecting me? Tell me this lonesome rival's name. I shall squash him like a flea." His hot breath sprayed Miss Spider's face with all the force he had. He screamed, "You will reveal his name!" She said, "I won't, cad." He turned his back and brayed, "I must go find and grind him into dust. So foolish women be forewarned. Spiderius Reed shall not be scorned." At that same moment in the hall, for Holly staring at the wall, could dwell on one in just one thought. Does she love me? Does she not? Just then there was a little sound that didn't seem quite right. He cocked his head and heard two voices whimpering in fright. He rushed to find poor Ike and May and ripped their silky bonds away, but turned when someone in midair roared, "Beck, what are you doing there?" "I'm merely snipping up your strands, kind sir, because you see, you've caught this beetle couple in your web mistakenly. It's only luck that brings me here, down from my web above. I'd be asleep but for the thought of my dear Miss Spider's love." "And so it's you," Spiderius sneered, "who dares to interfere? There's been just one mistake, my friend, but I shall fix it here. You freed those tasty beetles I was going to eat in bed.